Hi, Teacher Mark here. So you want to reduce your accent and sound more like a native speaker of English? To do this, you must first understand just what an accent is. It is not simply how you pronounce words with your mouth. An accent is the overall coloring one gives to speech by the entire way sound is produced. This is why a Chinese person, a French person, or an Italian person all sound quite different and are easily identifiable as to what country they are from. Accent, more properly referred to as dialect, involves every part of the speech-making process. Consequently, simply focusing on how to pronounce such things as the American R or the flap T is not going to get rid of your accent. There are three primary factors that contribute to the sound of an accent: muscle tension, formants, and tongue placement. Muscle tension is the amount of force exerted by the various muscles of the throat and mouth when producing sounds. Formants are the resonant frequencies of the vocal tract that give each individual their personal sound, which is determined by the shape of the mouth and throat. The first two formants, F1 and F2, are particularly important in regard to accents because they are responsible for vowel perception. Formants also relate to what is called placement, or how low or high you speak in your throat. People from Asian countries tend to speak with higher placement than people from English-speaking countries. People from Arabic countries will sometimes have much lower placement. Finally, tongue placement refers to the exact position of the tongue when making different sounds. Together, these three factors can account for most of the variation we hear between accents. Now, what needs to be addressed first is the tensions held in the articulatory muscles, which is the primary reason you or I have the accent we have. Different accents arise from variations in the tension and coordination of the muscles responsible for shaping the vocal tract during speech. These muscles include those in the throat and the mouth area, specifically the tongue, lips, jaw, and velum, the soft part at the back of the roof of the mouth. Let's take a moment to compare German to Chinese in regard to muscle stress and formants. One major difference is that German has many uvular sounds made by vibrating the back of the tongue near the uvula, whereas Chinese does not. Uvular sounds require more tension in the throat muscles to produce, so that might be part of why a German accent can sound harsher than a Chinese accent.
Then there are two different versions of the uvular fricative. Uvular now is that little dangly thing at the back of your throat, and that's where you build the sound, all right? And it can be voiced or unvoiced. Unvoiced would be ch, voiced would be r, all right? Examples include trotzdem or drei.
Another difference is that Chinese has many retroflex sounds made by curling the tongue back to touch the roof of the mouth.
Now, what is a retroflex sound and why is it so hard to pronounce? The retroflex sounds zh and sh require curling of the tongue. Zh, zhou, zhe, shi, shou, she, chi, chou, che, zhi, zhou, zhe.
Of course, we can easily note that Chinese people tend to speak with a much higher placement than Germans do. Now what about English? English doesn't have any uvular sounds and only has one retroflex sound, being the R, and even that depends on how the individual articulates it. It can be either a retroflex or a bunched tongue placement. However, the English retroflex R sound never involves touching the roof of the mouth with the tip of the tongue, as is commonly the case in Chinese. Furthermore, English has its own characteristics, such as its many diphthongs, vowels gliding from one sound to another, and many fricatives, sounds made by forcing air through a narrow space. These features require complex muscle coordination in the mouth and throat, and they all contribute to the unique sounds of an English accent. So we see that to reduce an accent, a student has a twofold task. A student must both learn to avoid aspects of their own language and implement new aspects of the new language. This can be challenging. Any accent is a habit, and all habits can be changed. Just keep at it and don't give up. You can do it.